I've spent well over $1 million on Google Ads, and here's everything I know about keyword match types. So you know your business. You are more intelligent than the artificial intelligence that Google is using. First, let's look at the available match types that we have at the moment. At the top of the list, the one that Google is most fond of is the broad match type. Broad match type is essentially giving Google a keyword, and if someone searches that keyword or anything related to it, you will show an ad for that. Broad match in the past was probably the worst thing you could do. Thinking about using broad match in your account was a no-go. The reason for this is that it would match to the most bizarre things that you wouldn't expect it to match to. And what that does is it gives you a lower quality score and drives irrelevant traffic to your website. Now, remember, we don't want irrelevant traffic on our site because we're paying for that traffic. So essentially that's wasting our money. The next match type is phrase match. Now, using a phrase match type for your keywords was a bit of an advanced strategy in the past. This is where you would put a specific phrase as your keyword, and then if someone searched that phrase in that order with anything in the front or at the back, you would then show an ad to it. Obviously, this has changed over the years, and phrase is more of a long tail keyword. It's a better way to think about it. You would typically use phrase in the negative keywords to block out anything related to that kind of theme. And in the keywords, you probably wouldn't have used that in the past, and you mightn't even use that option now. The last match type available is an exact match type. Using exact match in the past was a superpower. This would get someone to search for exactly what you have to offer and send them to the exact page on your website. This means you have a very high quality score, which brings your average cost per click down like quite a bit. Using exact match type, you were able to pick out specific keywords that people were searching for quite often and add those to your exact ad groups, so that that can be the ad group that is costing the least but is bringing in the best results as well. Now we know our 3 different match types. What do you do in today's world? Unfortunately, everything is automated. Google wants us to use broad match as much as possible. Let's just take a step back and think about it from Google's perspective. Google wants to train their machine learning as much as possible. So by you offering them as many broad keywords as you want, and then over time removing the irrelevant traffic, Google gets infinitely smarter with each optimization that you make. When you put in a broad keyword and you say, no, Google, it doesn't match to this, exclude those kind of keywords, Google recognizes what the meaning of that keyword is, and it knows when someone searches for something related to that, let's send that traffic to the website. It must be relevant. So, how do we use keywords today? You would still be using exact match keywords if you want the best results, but you need to be able to filter out all of the rubbish and find the keywords that are working correctly before you turn them into exacts. So, your best bet is to add all your keywords as broad match and be very strict with your negative keywords. So excluding any sort of search term which is not relevant to the specific theme. In speaking about theme, that is where Google is heading. Google wants you to focus around the theme and not specific keywords. So in time, there might come a situation where you actually can't use exacts anymore. And we are already seeing this in the performance max campaign types. So what do we do? At the moment, you should have a broad match type ad group with as many keywords related to the specific theme that you are advertising. Then the keywords that are converting, you want to add those to an exact ad group and add that exact keyword as an exact negative to that broad ad group. Okay, so you have a broad ad group with the related around the theme, as many keywords as you can around that theme. Then you take your exact ad group in the same campaign, have your exact keywords which are converting, and exclude those exact keywords from the broad ad group. Okay. The reason you do this is to make sure that you are sending the correct traffic to the cheapest option. Remember, exact match type is the cheapest option because it is a higher quality score. It matches more closely, the landing page matches more closely, so it's a better option for us as advertisers. So that's why you add it to the broad ad group and you just let it more keywords come in, more search terms come in. Basically how a dynamic search ad group would work. You basically using it to find new keywords out there. Okay, so now you know everything there is to know about keyword match types. And yes, I've spent a lot of time on keyword match types, and I know that they can come across complicated into when deciding what to choose. Do I use phrase? Do I use exact? Do I use broad? My best advice that I can give anyone is that you want to work with Google as much as possible, because Google is looking to give us the best results so that people continue to use Google. So use broad match keywords as much as possible, but remember that you are more intelligent than perhaps the artificial intelligence that Google is using. So you know your business. You need to know what keywords to exclude to tell Google which way is the right direction. In doing this, you will then be able to get the best results from the lowest cost. And until then, you're welcome to experiment with anything else, but trust me, I've done this many times, and this is why I'm sharing this video with you. So if you have any questions about match types and what's happening with them in the future, let me know in the comments below. If you want to learn more about Google Ads, whether it be ads, campaign structure, click on the banner up at the top, take you to the playlist that I have for Google Ads. Leave a like and subscribe below, and I will see you in the next video. Now you know what to do. Subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.